My name is Alina, and this story begins on my 26th birthday. I wanted a quiet celebration, just family, simple decorations, and a small cake. But my sister, Sara, had other plans. She always loved attention. Always louder, brighter, and more dramatic than everyone else. But I never thought she would go this far. That morning, I woke up excited. It had been a hard year, new job, long hours, little sleep. I wanted one peaceful day. My mom called from downstairs. Alina, hurry up, everyone is waiting. I smiled at myself in the mirror. Today would be good. At least, that's what I believed then. When I went down, everyone shouted, "Happy birthday." There were balloons, flowers, and a big chocolate cake. I hugged my little niece, kissed my mom, and thanked everyone. Sara stood near the cake with a strange smile. I didn't think too much about it. She walked over and hugged me tightly. "Happy birthday, little sis," she whispered. But something in her voice felt off, like she was pretending to be sweet. Still, it was my birthday. I didn't want to think negative things. When everyone gathered around the table, my brother said, "Make a wish, Alina." I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and wished for something simple. Peace. Kindness. A year without problems. But life doesn't always listen to wishes. As I leaned forward to blow out the candles, I suddenly felt something cold, heavy, and painful hit my face. Smash. Everything went white for a second. The cake, the cream, the sugar, all over me. Everyone gasped. But before I could process anything, I heard loud, cruel laughter. And it was Sara. She wasn't giggling like a harmless joke. She was laughing like she had won something, like she had been waiting for this. "Oh my God, look at her face," she shouted. "Happy birthday, Cake Queen." She kept laughing and laughing, as if hurting me was the funniest thing she had ever seen. My face burned, not just from embarrassment, but from pain. A sharp, deep pain under my left eye. I touched my cheek. Something didn't feel right. "Sara, why would you do that?" I whispered. She rolled her eyes. "Relax, Alina. It's just a prank. Don't be so boring." My mother tried to calm her. "Sara, that was too much." But Sara only shrugged. "She needs to learn to loosen up." Everyone was looking at me. Some were awkward, some shocked, some trying not to laugh. I wanted to disappear. I wanted to hide. I excused myself and went to the washroom. When I looked in the mirror, my smile disappeared instantly. My left cheek was red and swelling fast. There was a sharp bruise forming, dark and angry under my eye. I touched my face and winced. "This doesn't look normal," I whispered. The cake wasn't light. Sara had slammed it with full force, maybe even more than necessary. For the first time, fear replaced embarrassment. Something was wrong. Very wrong. When I came out, everyone was busy eating and laughing again, as if nothing had happened. Sara looked at me and smirked. "Oh, come on, don't be dramatic. You're fine." But I wasn't fine. My head felt heavy. My eye felt hot. And the bruise was spreading. Finally, my mom walked over. "Alina, Beta, do you want to go to the ER? Just to check." Before I could answer, Sara cut in loudly. "She's fine. It was only cake." But I felt dizzy. The room blurred for a second. I think I should go," I said softly. Mom grabbed her keys. "I'm taking you. Now." As we left, Sara shouted behind me. "I swear, you always ruin everything." But I didn't look back, because deep inside I knew this wasn't just a prank. This was something darker. Something that would be revealed very, very soon. The ER, the X-ray, and the first sign something was very wrong. The hospital waiting room smelled like medicine and cold air. I held my cheek gently, trying not to cry. My mom sat beside me, worried. "Alina, does it hurt a lot?" she asked softly. "Yes, it's a sharp pain. Not normal." She sighed. "I should have stopped her earlier. Sara has been acting strange for months." It was the first time my mom admitted something was off. But I was too dizzy to ask more questions. A nurse called my name. "Alina Khan? Come with me, please." My mom helped me stand. I felt lightheaded. Even walking hurt, My head throbbed like a drum. Inside the exam room, a young doctor entered. His name tag said Dr. Rafiq. He gave me a gentle smile. "So, birthday injury, huh?" he asked. I tried to smile back. "Something like that." He carefully examined my face, touching the swollen area with 2 fingers. "Ouch, please be gentle," I whispered. "Sorry," he said softly. "But this swelling, it's deeper than surface bruising. We might need an X-ray." He looked at Mom. How did this happen?" My mom hesitated. Then she said quietly, "Her sister smashed a cake into her face." The doctor paused. "A cake?" "Yes," I said. "But she hit me very hard." Dr. Rafiq's eyes changed. He didn't laugh. He didn't say it sounded funny. He didn't say it was just a prank. Instead, he said, "We definitely need an X-ray." They took me to the radiology room. The technician helped me place my face in the correct position. "Hold still," she said. "You might feel a little discomfort." The machine hummed loudly. The room felt colder. My eyes burned from the bright light. Every second felt heavy. When it was done, the technician glanced at the screen, and her expression changed instantly. Her eyebrows lifted. Her lips tightened. She didn't say anything, but she looked shocked. "Is something wrong?" I asked. She forced a small smile. "The doctor will explain." My heart dropped. I knew that tone. Something was definitely wrong. 2 nurses helped me back to the exam room. My mom stood when she saw my face. "Are you okay?" I don't know." Before she could say more, the doctor came in with the X-ray film in his hand. He wasn't smiling anymore. He wasn't calm. His face looked serious. Too serious. "Alina," he said slowly, "I need to show you something." He placed the X-ray on the light panel. I gasped. Even I could see it. A sharp, diagonal crack on the cheekbone. A clear bone fracture. My eyes widened. "Is that my face?" "Yes," the doctor replied. "This isn't from soft cake hitting you. This kind of fracture happens from a strong impact. A punch, a fall, or something thrown with force." I stared at the image, speechless. My mom's hand flew to her mouth. "Oh my God," the doctor continued. "Alina, this is not a normal injury. This is not an accident. This is assault." Assault. The word made my skin crawl. My heart pounded so loudly, I felt it in my ears. "Doctor," I whispered. "I didn't fall. I didn't hit anything. She hit me with the cake." The doctor looked directly into my eyes. Then the cake wasn't the real problem. He took a deep breath. There was something inside it. Those words froze me. "Inside the cake? What do you mean?" He pointed to the X-ray again. "This crack has a particular shape. It looks like your face was hit by a hard object, not soft frosting." My body shook. I remembered Sarah's smirk, her excitement, her strange smile. The doctor suddenly said, "I need to make a call." "To who?" I asked. He didn't answer immediately. Then he looked at both of us and said quietly, "To the police." My mom gasped. "Police? For what?" The doctor replied in a firm voice. "For suspected intentional harm." He stepped out of the room with the X-ray in his hand. My blood felt cold. My mind raced. What did Sara do? What was inside the cake? And why would she go this far? My breath shook as I whispered, "What is happening?" And deep inside, I knew. This was only the beginning. The police arrive, and the truth about the cake finally starts to show. The doctor stepped outside with my X-ray film, leaving the door half open. I could hear faint voices in the hallway, urgent, low, serious. My mom sat beside me, trembling. "Alina, I don't understand. How could your sister do something like this?" I swallowed hard. "I don't know, Mom." But the way she laughed, it didn't feel like a joke. My cheek throbbed again. I pressed a warm cloth against it, trying to breathe normally. But every breath felt heavy. After a few minutes, 2 police officers entered the room. A man and a woman. The female officer gave a gentle nod. "Hello, Alina. I'm Officer Miriam. We were informed by the doctor about a suspected intentional injury." I felt small, nervous. I never wanted police involved, I said softly. I just wanted to check my face. Officer Merriam replied calmly. Sometimes the evidence speaks for itself. The male officer added, We saw your x-ray. This is not from soft cake. This is from a solid blow. My mom squeezed my hand. This is insane, she whispered. Sara wouldn't do this. She's your sister. But deep down, I wasn't sure anymore. Officer Merriam asked me carefully, Can you tell us everything from the beginning? I took a slow breath. I was blowing the candles, and suddenly, she smashed the cake into my face. Hard. Really hard. She laughed and said it was a prank. But the moment she hit me, my face felt sharp pain. The officers exchanged a look. Did you see the cake before the incident? The male officer asked. Yes, it was on the table. Looked normal, big chocolate cake, lots of cream. Did anyone else go near it? He asked. I blinked. Yes. One person. Sara did, I said quietly. She stood near the cake for a long time. Everyone else was busy, but she kept touching it, adjusting it, moving it around. My mom's eyes widened. Wait, oh my God, she did. Officer Merriam took notes. Alina, listen carefully, she said. We believe there may have been a hard object inside the cake. Something solid. Something that caused the fracture when she smashed it. My stomach dropped. A hard object? Inside my birthday cake. Yes, she replied. It could be anything, a metal decoration, a toy, a rock, something hidden. I shook my head, shocked. But why? No one answered. Just then, the ER doctor returned, holding a small tray with something wrapped in a napkin. He looked tense. Officers, I think you need to see this. He opened the napkin. I gasped so loudly the room froze. Inside was a small, round metal ornament covered in chocolate and cream. A heavy metal piece, about the size of a large walnut. The doctor said, This was found in the cake remains that were stuck to Alina's hair and clothes. This is what hit her. My mom covered her face, horrified. Oh my God. Sara put this in the cake. Officer Merriam picked up the metal ornament with gloves. This is no accident. No bakery would put this in a cake. Someone placed it intentionally. My hands shook uncontrollably. I whispered. She wanted to hurt me, the male officer replied softly. Or someone wanted to hurt someone. Mom whispered. But Sara is her sister. Why would she? I stared at the metal piece. Suddenly, memories rushed in. Sara's strange mood for weeks. Her anger whenever Mom praised me. The job promotion I got last month. The argument she had with me 2 days ago about Dad's inheritance. And her eyes that morning. Cold. Calculating. My heart sank. This wasn't a prank. This wasn't even a fight. This was planned. The female officer looked at me seriously. Alina, we need to speak with your sister immediately. Where is she now? I whispered. At home. With the rest of the family. Officer Merriam nodded. We'll dispatch a unit to your house. This situation is now officially a criminal case. My mother gasped. A criminal case against my own daughter? The officer nodded slowly. Your daughter could have caused serious skull damage. She could have blinded her sister. She could have killed her. My blood turned cold. Killed. The word echoed inside me. My sister. My own sister. The officer continued. Alina, we need you to stay here for a bit. We'll update you as soon as we speak with her. As they left, the doctor looked at me with worry. Whoever put that metal inside the cake didn't want to make you laugh. I swallowed hard. The truth was clearer now. Someone wanted to hurt me, and I feared that someone was the last person I ever suspected. I sat quietly in the ER room, holding the ice pack to my cheek. My hands were shaking. My thoughts were loud. My sister. My own blood. Could she really do this? My mom paced back and forth, crying softly. I raised both of you with love, she whispered. How did it come to this? Before I could answer, the door opened. The 2 officers returned. Officer Merriam looked serious. Alina, we need to inform you we spoke to your family. My heart jumped. What happened? I asked. The officer took a slow breath. We arrived at your home. Your sister was in the living room, laughing with relatives. She didn't seem concerned about you at all. Mom's eyes filled with tears. That sounds like her, Officer Miriam continued. When we asked her about the cake, she first pretended she didn't know anything. My jaw clenched. She always lies first, I whispered. The officer nodded. But when we showed her the photo of the metal piece we found, her face changed. I swallowed hard.
How?
She looked scared.
Shocked.
And then angry. My stomach twisted. What did she say? The male officer stepped forward. She said, and I quote, "It was just a joke. I didn't know it was inside." My mom gasped. She really said that? The officer nodded. But here's the problem, he continued. When we checked the bakery receipt on the cake box, the cake was ordered by Sara, not your mother. That shocked even me. I thought, Mom ordered it, I said softly. My mom looked horrified. The room felt cold when the officer said those words. Your sister ordered the cake. My mom stepped back, stunned.
But
Sara told me the bakery gave it as a discount gift. She lied. She lied to all of us. Officer Miriam nodded. It gets worse. My heart dropped again. What else? I whispered. The male officer held a small evidence bag in his hand. We checked your kitchen at home. That metal ornament we found matches the decorative pieces from your sister's room. I stared at him, speechless. Mom covered her mouth in shock. She used her own decoration? Yes, the officer said. We found a broken set on the floor of her room. One piece was missing, the same shape and size as the one found in the cake. My chest tightened. That means, I whispered. Officer Miriam finished the sentence for me. It means the metal piece was placed in the cake before she hit you. A chill went through my entire body. That was not a prank. That was not a joke. That was intentionally planned harm, she said softly. My mom sat down, shaking. No, Sara wouldn't. But deep inside, I already knew. Sara had crossed lines before. Jealous comments, insults, small acts of cruelty. But this was different. This was dangerous. The male officer continued. We asked your sister again to explain the metal piece. She denied everything at first. Then when she realized the evidence matched her room, she broke. I whispered. Officer Miriam nodded slowly. She started crying, shouting, saying nobody ever chooses her, saying she's tired of being the second daughter. My heart hurt in a strange way, not for her actions, but for the darkness inside her. What else did she say? I asked. The officer looked uncomfortable. Officer Miriam took a deep breath before continuing. She said she didn't mean to hurt you that much, but she admitted she wanted you to be embarrassed. She wanted to ruin your birthday. And, yes, she put the metal piece inside the cake. My throat closed. She admitted it? The officer nodded. She said she was jealous of you, your job, your confidence, your new promotion, your relationship with your mother. Everything. I felt tears but didn't wipe them. So she tried to injure me, I whispered. Officer Miriam's voice softened. She admitted she hit the cake harder than she should have, because she wanted to teach you a lesson. She didn't expect it would go this far, but the intention to harm was there. My mom sobbed loudly now. My daughter. How could she do this to her own sister? I didn't have an answer. Maybe Sara didn't either. The male officer added, We are filing the report as assault with a dangerous object. And because you sustained a fracture, it's a serious charge. My breath trembled. What happens now? You will need to testify, he said. And a restraining order will be prepared for your safety. My mom grabbed my hand. Alina, I'm so sorry. I didn't see how much jealousy she had. For the first time in hours, I allowed myself to cry, not because of the pain in my face,
but because of the pain inside my chest.
My sister, my childhood friend, the person who used to braid my hair, had turned into someone who wanted to break me. 3 months later, I sat inside a courtroom. My cheekbone had healed, but my trust never would. Sara sat across the room in handcuffs. She looked pale, thinner, angry, and ashamed. When the judge read the charges, she didn't look at me. Not even once. My mom cried throughout the hearing. My brother refused to sit near Sara. Even my father looked defeated. The judge asked, "Miss Alina, would you like to say something?" I stood slowly. "Yes, Your Honor." The courtroom turned silent. I looked at Sara. Her eyes finally lifted to mine. My voice shook, but I spoke clearly. "You hurt me, and you broke something between us that cannot be repaired. Not because of the bruise, not because of the fracture, but because you chose cruelty when you could have chosen love." Sara blinked, her face tightening. "I don't want revenge," I continued. "I just want peace. And I want to live without fearing my own sister." A tear rolled down her cheek. But I didn't look away. "I forgive you for myself," I whispered. "But forgiveness does not erase consequences." The judge nodded. "Thank you, Miss Alina." Sara was sentenced to counseling, community service, and restricted contact. It was not harsh, but it was enough. Enough to keep her away from me. Enough to make her face the truth. Enough to give me peace. Months later, on my next birthday, I lit a small candle on a tiny cupcake. No big cake. No noise. No crowd.
Just me.
My cheekbone had healed beautifully, but the scar inside taught me something important. Family is not always safe. Love is not always returned. And jealousy can turn someone into a stranger. I closed my eyes and made a new wish. A quiet life. A peaceful life. A life where I choose myself. I blew the candle, and for the first time in a very long time, I smiled. Because this year, no one could hurt me